Welcome to the CARE project. In this module, we are going to learn about eco-design. But, what does eco-design mean? To start, we will dive into the history that has led to the necessity of creating the concept of eco-design, consumerism. It all started in the 18th century, with the Industrial Revolution in Britain. This event allowed an increase in production and availability of commodities to a wider public, whilst lowering costs. This consumption trend slowed due to the Second World War. After the war, it came back in full swing. Electrification, mass production, and dynamic propaganda were the main drivers for the creation of consumerism, changing society's habits and ways of life. As retail analyst Victor Lebow remarked in 1955, "Our enormously productive economy demands that we make consumption our way of life, that we convert the buying and use of goods into rituals, that we seek our spiritual satisfaction, our ego satisfaction, in consumption. We need things consumed, burned up, replaced and discarded at an ever-accelerating rate. All day-to-day commodities are produced, consumed and disposed at an alarming rate. This has led to the accumulation of enormous amounts of waste and the overexploitation of natural resources. Consumerism is deeply linked to the environmental challenges that we face: climate change, pollution of every ecosystem, habitat and biodiversity loss." And so, in the 90s a new mentality emerged. The eco-design. Eco-design is the practice of designing products and buildings in a way that minimizes their environmental impact. By incorporating environment-friendly materials and practices, reducing waste, and incorporating other environmentally friendly practices, eco-design can help protect the planet and preserve natural resources for future generations whilst maintaining the comforts of modern living and the economy. To be achieved, eco-design must consider 8 different steps. The design itself, the materials chosen and the manufacturing techniques and processes, the product adequacy to the consumer and its longevity, the distribution required and associated footprint, the sales and marketing as a way to promote sustainable and educated consumption based on ethics and transparency, how the product is going to be used and consider possible repurposings, and finally the recycling, creating a circular thinking where waste and discard are minimized. The use of sustainable materials, also known as eco-materials, is one of the main pillars of eco-design. This means choosing materials that are renewable, biodegradable, or recycled rather than those that are non-renewable or contribute to pollution. For example, a designer might choose bamboo or recycled plastic rather than using new plastic or trees from a rainforest. Another of eco-design's main pillars is reducing waste to reduce both environmental and economic waste. It should be considered in all steps of eco-designing and can be achieved through various methods such as designing products that are easier to repair or recycle, using packaging that is biodegradable or recyclable, and incorporating features that help users reduce their own waste. For example, a designer might create a product that has interchangeable parts or design a building with water-saving fixtures and energy-efficient lighting. Let's see some examples to better understand what is eco-design and how to achieve it. One great example of eco-design is the use of sustainable materials in building construction. For instance, the Moshe Safdie-designed Habitat 67 in Montreal is a unique housing complex that uses prefabricated concrete modules to create individual units. The use of prefabricated concrete reduces waste and allows for flexible and efficient construction. Another example of eco-design can be found in the world of fashion. The clothing company Patagonia. See the following video to better understand the company's environmental practices and eco-design thinking.
No longer can we assume the Earth's resources are limitless. We wrote this in our first catalog in 1972. Nearly 50 years later, it's only gotten worse. Today, the clothing industry contributes up to 10% of the pollution driving the climate crisis. For as long as we've been in business, we've seen quality as an environmental issue. That's why we build clothes to endure, so you don't need to buy new as often. We make gear with recycled materials. We grow food and fiber the way nature intended. We promote safe and fair labor conditions for workers. There are some things you can do too. When you want something new, ask yourself, do I really need it? Look for one product you can use in multiple ways. Repair what you wear out and pass things down. Demand recycled. Demand fair trade. Demand organic. Buy less. Demand more.
They also developed a platform where you can buy the brand's pieces secondhand, the worn wear. This promotes repurposing old articles, reduces waste, and saves materials and energy. Patagonia is also a very successful business, showing that eco-design isn't just good for the environment but also economically. By designing products with eco-friendly features, companies can reduce their costs and improve their bottom line. For instance, using sustainable materials can reduce the need for expensive raw materials, while designing products that are easier to repair or recycle can save on disposal costs. Overall, the potential benefits of eco-design are numerous and wide-ranging. By incorporating eco-friendly principles into our designs, we can help protect the environment and provide benefits for businesses and consumers alike. So, what can you do to support eco-design? One simple step is to consider eco-design in your own purchasing decisions. Look for products that are made from sustainable materials, designed with eco-friendly features, or certified as environmentally friendly. By choosing to support eco-design, you can help promote sustainable practices and make a positive impact on the planet. By taking these simple steps, you can help support eco-design and contribute to a more sustainable future. Together, we can make a difference and ensure that the planet is healthy and thriving for generations to come.